Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is ready for True Blood Season 7, Episode 7, may be the last time, and this episode was absolutely amazing. I mean, wow, this was by far the best episode of the season. Shit is about to go down, definitely. This episode shows that shit is about to go down, and it's only going to get more interesting from here, in my opinion. It's going to get so much more interesting, and I cannot wait for these last 3 episodes. I know they're getting the show perfectly, and just every single episode gets better and better and better of this season, it seems. So let's just get to, I'm definitely looking forward to the end of the show. So let's just get to this episode. So, of course, the main plot had to do with Suki and Bill. Basically, Suki is very, very upset because, basically Bill's with Jessica and Suki, and she does not understand why the virus is spreading so fast on Bill. And, because everyone else, it's, not spreading that fast. They might have a little lines here and there, but not that many. And Suki is very worried. It is because she is, Faye, that's why. Because she's not going to get it. So, Suki, she is upset that Bill is sick, and she refuses to accept that there is no cure. She wants there to be a cure because she really cares about Bill, obviously, so she really wants there to be some sort of cure. She doesn't know where it is, but she really wants a cure. So Jessica's gonna go watch over, so, she's very determined to find a cure, so what they decide to do is that Jessica decides to watch over Bill, while Suki suggests that Suki suggests she crawls in bed with Bill because she sees that Jessica is tired. Now, Jessica asks Suki what she's gonna do because Suki refuses to believe Bill is going to die, and Suki tells Jessica she knows there's a miracle out there somewhere waiting for Bill, and she's going to go and find it. And, we got a couple more flashbacks with Bill in this episode. We saw Bill having a flashback when he was human, and his father insists he may marry someone of his choosing. This one, his father was dying, and I thought this scene was well done. I really enjoyed that flashback. I definitely really, really enjoyed that. So, then what happens is that, Bill is remembering when he met, his wife, Caroline, and Caroline tells Bill he is not what she expected. She's pleasantly pleased, and so is Bill upon seeing her. It was a sweet scene to watch, because it was just that was one of the happier times in his life, and it's not like that anymore, so I thought that was a sweet scene, in my opinion. I enjoyed that. So, Suki has brought Dr. Ludwig to see Bill, because, she's really determined to find a cure, but she's not pleased by Dr. Ludwig's bedside manner. She tells Suki she has seen the virus, accelerate when the person who infected the vampire was Faye, but not like Bill's virus is accelerating. So the doctor asks Suki who her family is, and when she finds out that Suki's related to Niall, she hightails it out of the room. So, she decides, she doesn't go through with it. So, what Suki decides to do is, since she thinks, what she can do, she's still very, very determined. She wants to do whatever she can to help him, and I love Suki's determination this episode. I really did. Suki has never been my favorite character, but this episode, I really liked her character, She was determined to help Bill. She did whatever she could to help and to find this cure. That's what she cared so much about, and that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to help him so much, so she decides to go to the graveyard and tries to speak to her grandpa, and she tells him she has not called on her fairy godfather until now, because, her godfather is a fairy, and she has always thought of herself as strong, but she isn't. She wants him to materialize, and he does not show up, but when she leaves, when she gets home, there he is. And she wants him to help her to save Bill, basically. That's what she wants. She wants him to help her save Bill because she doesn't know what else to do. She's kind of at the end of her rope here. And she finds out that he has actually been watching her, and she then realized that he saw her infect Bill and wonders why he did not try to stop her. Now, he tells her the reason is because he does not like Bill for her. And, Suki begs him to help her, and he agrees to do what he can, but he really does not like Bill, so he really does not know what to do at this point, and, it's just maybe he can't help her. That's just what it is. Maybe he just can't help her. So, Grandpa Niall wants to channel nature to help to get a solution for Bill, and, Bill is remembering when he was human and when his wife gave birth. Was a very, touching scene to watch. And Niall and Suki see the flashback, and Suki gets mad at her godfather, and tells him she wants a miracle for Bill. Niall tells Suki that he wants to give her advice, and that there are some things that can be fixed with magic, but Bill, unfortunately, cannot be saved. He can't be saved, so that's just how it works, is that he can't be saved, and I'm thinking this is pretty much confirming that Bill's gonna die. I mean, if Bill can't be saved, he's gonna die, especially because of what's going on with Eric and Pam, which we'll get to. And Suki is very upset that she thanks him for the life lesson and asks for him to leave. And basically, then surprisingly, she runs to Bill's place and, goes in. She tells Bill she is going to stay with him until the end because she cares about him so much. She wants to be with him. She doesn't want him to, not die beside her. She doesn't want him not to die beside her. Sorry, someone's messaging me on Skype. Basically, she wants to stay with him till the end, and they end up having sex. I thought that was very surprising, definitely, that they ended up having sex. They end up having sex, and, sorry guys, I'm sorry, someone's messaging me on Skype. But, they end up having sex, and I thought that was definitely very surprising, but it's a good thing because I've wanted Bill and Sookie to get together from the end, from this season, since when they broke up, because it seemed like they were a very good match for each other. They had a lot of chemistry, in my opinion, and I'm very happy that she decided to stick by him. However, since she did have sex with him, and since Bill is dying, I'm pretty sure Suki and Bill are gonna die, but it's kind of gonna be like a Titanic situation, where they meet up in heaven, and they're happy in, heaven. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens there, but I really enjoyed the main plot. I thought it was very good, and, let's just get to, Eric and Pam. I really enjoyed, Eric and Pam's plot in this episode. I mean, their plot was very, very big because, of course, the last episode ended with Eric and Pam, going into Sarah's house, and they find Amber. So Amber's refusing to answer questions, and Mr. Gus asks her if she likes money, and she tells Mr. Gus that her sister is a good person, and she is the cure, and then she tells them that. But Eric tells her that her sister Sarah, or knew me as Sarah, is called now, because she killed, Amber's, boyfriend, Jeremy, and Pam tells her to stop wasting time and just tell them where she is, and she screams, "Fuck you," and right after she does this, Eric stakes her as Pam and Mr. Gus look on horrified. So, Amber's dead. That's just how it is. She's dead now, so he killed her. So, basically, what ends up happening is that, what ends up happening after that is that, Pam is not pleased that Eric killed us, that Eric killed Amber. She's not happy about that, so Pam asks if he wants to die, and Pam tells Eric that Sarah is actually the cure, and they need to capture her, because if she's the cure, they want to get that cure. And Mr. Gus comes in, and he has a proposition, he has a proposition for them. Basically, he wants them to find, Sarah, so they will take her blood and synthesize it, and they will make new blood and distribute it to all the infected. He wants Eric to be the spokesperson for the new blood, so basically he wants Eric to kind of promote the new blood, and basically what this new blood is going to do is it is going to cure, everyone that has the Hep V virus. That's what he wants to do. He wants to cure everyone that has the Hep V virus, and I thought this was really interesting. I definitely think this could work out very well, especially if they execute their plan out well. I definitely think this could work out, and I thought this was definitely very interesting. So Mr. Gus tells them his word is oak. Eric finally agrees and tells them, Mr. Gus he gives his work. So Mr. Gus has trouble believing him, and he doesn't really know if he can believe Eric, but honestly, I think Eric was definitely sincere there. I think he was. So, then we see, then what ends up happening is that, we do finally see where Sarah is. She is, she's in her car, she's walking away, and she's kind of hallucinating. She sees what she thinks is Jason, and she's glad to see him, and obviously we know it's not Jason. She's very glad to see him. Jason tells, Sarah that she's going to die that night because Eric is coming for her, and Sarah tells Jason he's not real, she's hallucinating. And, she's having these weird hallucinations about whatever, she's just hallucinating because pretty much she's just going crazy at this point. So and then we see probably one of the most awesome scenes of the episode. This is where it was like, okay, shit's about to go down. We see this tracking device, and Mr. Gus has located Sarah. So what he decides to do is he goes back to, he goes to Eric and Pam and tells them that he located them. And they ask if they are ready to find Sarah. So, then we see Sarah having more hallucinations. She's seeing her husband. She's also seeing that yoga instructor that she had sex with in episode 3 that died, and they're fighting to have her die as a Buddha or a Christian, because remember, she said last week that she was a Buddha, and now, but at the other hand, her husband's saying she's a Christian, and she says she chooses neither, because she chooses her because she is the cure, and, then she sees Jason, who tells her death is coming for her, and basically Mr. Gus, his men, Eric and Pam, show up outside where Sarah is, and, shit's about to go down. She hears them, and basically, as I said, shit is about to go down, and it's definitely going to get absolutely awesome in this plot. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen here. I mean, shit is about to go down, definitely. It's going to get really, really interesting, and I cannot wait to see what else is going to happen here. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Definitely awesome stuff is coming our way with that. So the next thing we'll talk about is Andy and Holly, and also Adilyn and Wade. So, Andy and Holly, of course, they, in the last episode, are still worried sick about Adilyn and Wade, especially Andy. He's very worried about his daughter. So they look in the treehouse thinking they'll be there, and they hear Adilyn's cell phone, but there's no sign of them in the treehouse, because obviously Violet took them. So Andy calls Bill. He is looking for Jessica, and he asks Jessica if she has felt Adilyn being in trouble. And Jessica tells Andy she lets Andy know that she has not felt anything, and she promises to call Andy if she feels anything. So, so that's what happened there. So Andy's relieved that Adilyn is alive. He knows that she's okay, but wonders where they are. Now, Holly thinks maybe they went to Brian's lake house in Oklahoma, because, they could very possibly go there. But we know where they are. They're with Violet's house. So they go to Violet's house, and Violet's working, still playing the sympathy card on them. And she takes them into a room with lots of sex toys and everything. Very weird there. And Adilyn thanks Violet, and Violet tells her she just likes to see love flourish. She gives Adilyn, plants a big kiss on her lips, and then she says probably the funniest thing in the, funniest quote in the show, in this episode. She says, "Have fun fucking," and then she just leave. I thought that was hilarious, and then she just, left. I thought that was hilarious, because it's just, the way she did it was just so funny. I thought that was just a really funny quote. I laughed at that. I thought that was funny. So, basically, then what ends up happening is, that they go, they're there trying to use the toys. They look at her lotion and potion and the toys that she has and everything, and they both realize that they're not interested. Adilyn thinks Wade's interested because he's experienced, as she thinks, and Wade thinks that Adilyn's interested, but Adilyn finds out that Wade is actually not experienced, and, Wade finds out Adilyn does not want to do this at all, so they both realize they're not interested in any of these things. They just want to have sex, and they end up having sex for their first time. I thought that was a sweet scene, I like Adilyn and Wade together. They seem like a nice couple. I do like them together because they worked well together, definitely. They're not arguing or anything. I just like them together. I think they're cute together, definitely, and I do like them. However, Violet, of course, she had to ruin it. Now, we'll talk about how she ruined it before, but, basically, Andy and Holly, they're at the lake house because they're thinking that's where Wade and Adilyn are, but Wade and Adilyn, they're not there. So Andy's very upset, and Holly promises him that everything is gonna be okay, they'll find them. And, he doesn't know where they are, obviously, so he wants to know where they are. And, he starts to cry, and I loved, and the guy that played Andy, whoever he is, he gave an awesome performance in this scene. He's crying and everything because he's very concerned about Adilyn, and, Holly tells him everything's gonna be okay, but maybe they're wrong, because while Violet is sleeping, she wakes up, goes into Adilyn and Wade's room, who are having sex, and Adilyn tells Violet they did not use any of her toys, and Violet says, okay, but now you are. She slaps Wade into a wall, puts handcuffs on Adilyn, and then guess what happens? I thought this was awesome what happens here. Jessica wakes up from her sleep and feels Adilyn is in danger. So Andy and Holly, they're gonna find out that Adilyn is in trouble, and they're definitely gonna find Violet and kill her. Now remember, Violet, this is connected to Jason, and the thing is, if Jessica finds out this is Violet, Violet is extremely jealous of Jessica right now because she knows that Jessica and Jason had an affair behind her back. So Violet, I'm thinking Violet might end up killing Jessica, because if Jessica finds out Violet is behind this, that is not going to be good for Jessica at all, because Violet wants to kill Jessica, obviously. So I'm thinking Violet would kill her, so I definitely think this is not going to be good for Jessica at all. Definitely shit is about to go down there, and I love that plot. I thought that was awesome. Definitely. I love that. Awesome stuff there. And the last thing to talk about is Arlene. A lot of stuff with Arlene in this episode. First of all, Arlene is kind of fantasizing. She is definitely fantasizing. She's turning the lights on at Bellfleur's, and she hears a noise, and Keith, that vampire saved her, is there. He does not think it is safe for her to go home. You know, if you remember in episode 3, she was saved by that vampire. It was Keith. And he does not think it is safe for her to go home, and he has come to walk her. And she lets him know she's not a fangbanger, and he walks up, kisses her, asks her if that feels wrong. They rip off each other's clothes, they end up having sex, but of course, it's a dream. And it's really sad because, of course, Arlene can't have sex with him, and that's the really sad part of it, is that she really can't have sex with him, and she really wants to, but she knows she can. It's really sad, honestly, that happened. I just thought that was really sad, definitely. So then we see Hoyt and his girlfriend Bridget. They're back in Bon Temps, I guess, old characters that came back. And he walks into Bellfleur's with Bridget, and Arlene gives Hoyt her condolences. And after talking to Hoyt, Arlene realizes that Hoyt does not remember Jason. So she runs over to call Jason, and Jason tells her to not tell Wade anything. So Jason comes into Bellfleur's, and Olg's Hoyt's girlfriend. And Arlene walks up to Jason and whispers that whispers it is Hoyt's girlfriend, and Jason gives Hoyt his condolences. Jason then joins them for breakfast, and Hoyt is then with his girlfriend, and he's broken up because he has just seen the body of his mother, Maxime, and Bridget asks Jason to go and talk to Hoyt because he is so upset, and Jason tells Hoyt how his mother died. Very hard scene to watch. I mean, definitely very sad for Hoyt because, he had to find out that his mother died. I definitely thought that was very, very sad and just really, really sad, definitely. So then Sam is at Bellfleur's. He was told by Nicole to leave town, and he wants to know if Nicole is right. And basically what Arlene says, the town is crazy, and he does not want to leave the town like Nicole wants him to. He doesn't want to leave the town. And he wonders at what point does the guy whose house keeps getting hit by a tornado leave. He doesn't want to leave, really, but he kind of has to. He has no choice. So, he says the guy whose house keeps getting hit by a tornado, and basically he doesn't know what to do. I don't know if he's going to leave. I guess we'll just have to see, but it's kind of sad because he really does not want to leave. So, I don't know if he's going to leave. I guess we'll just have to see what happens there. And then the last part is really sad because Arlene is at Bellfleur, and she does see Keith walk in, and this time he felt her pain, he takes her hand, starts to dance with her, and she's confused because she thought he would only be able to feel her if she was in danger, and Keith tells her that her pain was dangerous, and she does eventually tell him that she is Hep B positive and they cannot have sex, and he replies to her, and I thought he was good, that he was sweet to her, and he basically said, okay, let's just dance, and I thought that was sweet, definitely. So yeah, that was definitely, and it's really sad, of course, because she can't have sex with him, and it's just really, really sad. But yeah, overall, that was the episode, and overall, I absolutely love this episode, thought it was really awesome. Shit is about to go down on this show, definitely. Bill and Sookie, I'm pretty sure they're both gonna die, because of course, just because what we saw with Arlene, if Arlene has sex with Keith, he's gonna get that virus. Now, Sookie has that virus, but Bill is dying, so now Sookie could be getting it too, she could be dying. I don't know if they're gonna be able to, survive, and if Eric's, Eric, Mr. Gus's, and Pam's plan, if it's going to work in time, we're going to see what happens there, definitely. I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with Sarah. As far as Adeline goes, I do not know what's going to happen with as far as Adilyn and Wade go. Here's the thing. As I said, Jessica and Violet are not on good terms right now, so I'm thinking Violet might kill Jessica, definitely. I definitely feel like she would go ahead and do it. By the way, we saw one scene with Lafayette and Lenny Mae. Very weird. I don't know what even to say about that. Just, they're digging graves. I don't know what to say there. Arlene, I felt really bad for her. She really wants to have sex with Keith, but she knows she can. It's really sad that happened. I don't know. Now, as far as Sam goes, I don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't know if he's going to leave town. I don't know if he's going to leave town. We'll have to see what happens there. But, I really don't know what's going to happen to him. We'll just have to see. And then as far as, Jason goes, it was very sad when he told Hoyt that, his father died. Very, very sad, definitely. I mean, his mother died. Definitely very, very sad when that happened. I thought it was definitely very sad. Yeah, definitely. Very, very sad. And then I think the only other thing to talk about, what else is there to talk about? Andy and Holly, of course, they are now going to find, Adilyn and Wade, because Jessica will call Andy and tell him that, his daughter's in danger, and they'll find them and everything. We'll have to see what happens there. But overall, there are 3 episodes left, and I personally cannot wait. I will definitely watch this show over Witch of the East End now. I mean, Witch of the East End is great, but this show just got 10 cents more interesting, so I kind of have to watch it live. But I really hope you guys enjoyed my review. Let me know what you guys saw this episode, what's going to happen with all the things I talked about. But that's it for my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in my next video, which will be my review for The Strain and The Leftovers. By the way, guys, probably all my reviews are going to be up tonight, so I will see you guys for my next review, which will be for The Leftovers. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.